Hi, everyone. Sean Gilliam here. Welcome to another episode of my podcast, Real Estate on the Front Range. In this episode, we're covering our monthly market update for the month of June. So I'll cover all the local data here for the Front Range of Northern Colorado, and I'm also going to highlight mortgage interest rates and the average sales prices so you can see how much home you get for your money here along the Front Range. So stay tuned. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Real Estate on the Front Range, my podcast where I cover all things real estate here on the Front Range of Northern Colorado. Join me to get market updates, tips, and information on relevant topics to make sure you are fully informed before you buy and sell your next home. This is Sean Gilliam, your host, and I look forward to you joining me on your favorite podcast for the latest episodes. All right, welcome back. Well, let's go ahead and get started with the month-over-month data. As you can see these charts here, this is from the local MLS that I'm a part of, and it shows all the data for Boulder, Larimer, and Weld counties right here. And we're just going to take a look at, as you can see, each of these data points is a month. So March, April, May. And as you can see, for the average sales price for Boulder County, it's $1,149,000. Larimer County is $695,000, and Weld County is $577,000. And the data here shows kind of a sideways trend overall, which shows some stability in the average sales price, which is a good indication that the market is fairly stable as well. We'll also take a look at new listings here. Those are trending upward fairly significantly. As we can see, December, that's when it was at their low for new listings. And then each month, as we get into the spring market, it's gradually gone upwards. We'll see what happens next month. This number will probably continue more of a sideways move or maybe even a bit of a downtick, which is typical for summer. If we take a look at homes for sale, that's also gone up, consistent with the amount of new listings that we have on the market. And then the amount of homes that are going under contract, that was steadily rising from January, February into March. And then after March, it's kind of gone sideways. So we did see a bit of a rush earlier this season with spring buyers out on the market, but now that's kind of tapering off. And that's evidence in the closed sales here. We see that those are going up. So those homes that went under contract in March and in April are now closing. And we can see an increase there through May as far as an increase in closed sales. Days on market is going down, which we'd also expect, consistent with the spring market. Homes are selling faster. As if you've seen these episodes before, we've got some homes that are selling the first weekend with multiple offers, but then by and large, most of the inventory out there is sitting on the market for a while, a few weeks. In this case, on average, homes in Boulder County are going under contract after 54 days of being on the market. Larimer County is 61 and Weld County is 62. So it definitely is trending downward. So that's a good sign, especially if you're interested in selling a home. We'll see what happens in the summer. That's when things tend to cool off. So bear that in mind. Our month supply of inventory, though, consistently goes up. For Boulder County, it's 4.1. Larimer County, it's 3.7. And Weld County is 3.1. A balanced market is about 6 months. And so we're heading in that direction. I don't know if we'll actually get there. We'll see what happens. But the reason why we're seeing this increase in closed sales, but yet the month supply of inventory is going up is because of this. So we have... looking at Boulder County, 596 new listings for May. The number of homes for sale in the market as recorded in May is a total of 1,022. So that includes those new listings as well. When we look at the number of homes under contract, though, for Boulder County, we're at 333. So that's over 700 homes thereabouts that are still sitting on the market and not going under contract. We also look at the number of closed sales as well, and that's about 333. So while we do see an increase in new listings and homes going under contract, those are trending upward. What we see with the total amount of listings are actually on the market, and a lot of that is comprised of homes that have been sitting on the market for a couple of months or more. The amount of buying activity is not outpacing the amount of inventory. And so that's why that month supply of inventory keeps creeping up. So that is the month over month data. Let's jump over here to the year over year data. I'll just go straight to the average sales price. That's up about 1.7% from last year, so about the same for Boulder County. Again, that's consistent or shows some stability in the market. There's been a significant increase in the amount of inventory of homes for sale. That's up 34.6%. And then that month supply of inventory is at 4. That's up 29% from last year at this time when it was at 3.1. Larimer County, just jumping down here to the average sales price, it's about $695,000. That's down 4.8% from last year at this time when it was at $731,000. Not a significant change. Again, that trend is pretty much sideways, as you saw from the other chart, for the average sales price. And then inventory is up 42.5% compared to last year. And our month supply of inventory at 3.6 for Larimer County is up 33.3% from last year. Then we'll jump over to Weld County. That average sales price, similar to Boulder County, is up 1.7%, fairly consistent. And then the inventory of homes for sale is up almost 30% from last year at this time when it was, it's at 1,314 compared to 1,015 last year. And then that month supply of inventory is up 19.2% at 3.1 compared to 2.6 last year. So that is what is going on in our market, month over month data compared to year over year. I'll jump over here to the mortgage interest rate. This is as of this morning. We should have a new rate put out later today. I was hoping it'd be by now, but it ended yesterday at 6.89%. So still consistently below 7%, but just under. And that's been pretty consistent here, looking at this chart. Back all the way to February. So pretty stable as far as the overall mortgage interest rate. And that's still a burden for a lot of buyers. A lot of buyers don't want to tap into the market right now just because those rates are higher. I will tell you there is good news if you want to buy a new home and you're struggling to find something that's affordable. Right now, the market, there are sellers that are getting more and more aggressive. Dare I say, even in some cases, desperate. So they're willing to do price reductions. They might even give you money towards buying down an interest rate. Their lender might also assist with that too. Sometimes sellers are advertising they have a preferred lender. So there are options in that regard. And then also the new construction community. I can't stress that enough. There's a lot of great opportunities in new construction right now because it's a market is relatively slow right now. There's a lot of builders that just want those current inventory of homes that they've already built or have almost finished building. They want them off the books. So I've seen them offer lower interest rates. I've seen them offer move-in packages, which include a refrigerator, washer and dryer, and sometimes blinds. I've seen them do significant price reductions. So there's all sorts of different options. And sometimes they'll throw in other things too. You just never know until you ask. So if you need help with that, get in touch with me. I'd be glad to get you connected. And we can go out and look at some of these new construction communities that will show you that a home might be more affordable than you think in this current market. And then also, as I mentioned, I want to point out the average sales prices along the Front Range. As you can see here, we got several communities right now over $1 million. We've got Boulder at $1,731,000. Lyons is at $1,107,000. Lafayette is just over $1 million. And then we drop down to Erie. That's $784,000 on average for a home. Longmont is $787,000. Meade is $682,000. Berthoud, $760,000, and Estes Park, $853,000. And then we'll jump over here to Loveland, $615,000. By the way, I just want to point out Loveland, it's on the west side of I-25, and yet historically, it's just you get more bang for your buck there in Loveland. So again, if you're looking for more affordable homes, that might be a good market to look into. Fort Collins, the average sale price of a home there right now is $697,000. Johnstown is $522,000. Milliken, $472,000. Firestone is $633,000. Frederick, $476,000, and Dacono, $516,000. So that is what is going on in the market here along the Front Range. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to get in touch. And if you need help buying or selling a home, or if you know somebody that wants to buy a home and just wants more information to see if now is the right time for them, have them get in touch with me. I'd be glad to help them. And of course, if you find these videos helpful and you want to be notified next time I make another episode, just go ahead and subscribe to my channel and you'll get those notifications. So look forward to talking to you soon. Have a great day.